Good morning, I'm Jen Carlman with InLab News. We are here at day 2 of Demo 2011 in Palm Desert. I'm very happy to be joined by kind of a special guest this morning. We have Chris Shipley. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Chris ran Demo for 13 years before Matt Marshall took over, and the last demo you did was fall 2009.
That's right.
So first of all, just tell me kind of overall, what was that experience like running such a big conference for so long?
You know, it was a great privilege. I had the chance to meet with, over the course of those 13 years, close to 15,000 entrepreneurs who were really excited about bringing new products to market. We brought about 1,500 to market over the 24 conferences I did in that period of time. And you know, it's just such an honor to work with really smart, creative people and to be part of their company's history. So it was a real privilege, and it's always nice to come back here and see that it's carrying on.
This year has sort of been the theme has been social, everything social. So think back, I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit. If you can think back to, you know, when you first started, do you remember some of the companies that were pitching, or what was like the big hit technology?
Well, you know, I started in my first demo event was in 1997, and there we, I think, started to see the trend toward what we would now call cloud computing. But we had really the pieces falling into place. We had the very first software as a service application at Demo 97, and you know, at the time people looked at this and nobody's going to want to use a web browser to do office work, and yet, you know, today it's a normal thing. So I think we started to see some of those early foundations there, and the technologies fall in place to enable it now. And it all kind of grows on one another year over year.
You mentioned you saw roughly 15,000 entrepreneurs. How crucial of a conference is Demo, both in the fall and the spring, for really birthing new companies and giving life to some of these early stage startups?
You know, I always said that Demo is a rocket shot for a young company. And I meant that because I was able to see just the momentum that came behind a company for launching. But in retrospect, the thing that I think is most important to those companies, and even they sometimes don't see it until after the fact, is that Demo is a forcing function for a young company. You know that on March 1st, you're going to stand on a stage and you're going to talk about your company and your product, and there's a whole lot that has to be lined up behind that and plans to take that forward. And a lot of young companies, if they're sort of waiting until it's perfect, don't make those decisions in a really expedited way. And so Demo becomes that forcing activity that helps these companies move themselves along faster than they might otherwise.
Whether they like it or not, they're getting on that stage.
That's exactly
all
right.
Nervous and everything. All right, Chris, tell me what you're doing today, you know, what you've been doing for the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, about 5 or 6 years ago, I co-founded a company called Guidewire Group. And Guidewire Group really is all about helping early stage businesses grow and accelerate their business, and trying to do that in a predictable manner such that we can measure and benchmark where they are today, provide mentorship and support to help them grow their business more quickly, and then create the connections in a broad global network to allow those companies to have the relationships on which they can build their business.
So is it somewhat of an incubator, or are you actually investing in the company?
Well, we certainly invest a lot of strategic and intellectual capital in the companies. I would characterize our activities more as a business accelerator combined with an analyst service. So we are actually using our G-Score proprietary method to measure companies, and that allows us to collect a lot of data about early stage companies, and then use that and allow them, the entrepreneurs, to use that as a way of benchmarking their progress as they build towards sustainability.
Do you see a partnership with what's happening here at Demo and the companies here, and also with Guidewire, to kind of build those two together?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of opportunity for young companies to sort of do what's next, right? I mean, and there are, I think, really great incubation programs, and a program like Demo that is a real launch pad. The what's next, where do we continue to get support? It very well may be in a company, an organization like Guidewire Group.
All right. Well, Chris Shipley, the former organizer, I guess, of Demo for 13 years. Thank you so much for being here.
My
and
pleasure.
Congratulations on what you're working on today.
Thanks, and glad that you're doing this and giving a platform for more entrepreneurs.
Yeah, well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Great.